have been testing salmon in the rivers and same with different people trying to get an idea of the diseases in the wild salmon. So we're going to run through basically everything that we do when we have a fish and we're going to sample it. You'll be able to collect like the gills and hearts, take pictures. You'll see the importance of recording data so that we can send those organs off for testing and we have like the data to go with it. So we hopefully different levels of responders along the river, people who will see a fish and photograph it, and then in communities hopefully there'll be backup people who can take full samples if there's highly suspicious fish, yellowfish. We're looking for things like bleeding from the fins. But before we start writing all that down, we need to give this fish an identity. And so we create these tags. They have the date, piece of pen and paper, the date, the location, and the fish number. Because we have data sheets as well. And we're going to transfer the fish number, and we've given this fish CM01 for Cheam. And it's going to go on here, and we're going to walk through to make sure that we look at all the organs and take the samples. So we have that. We place it on the fish, and then we make sure that we get good photos, but we're also going to label our bags, Sharpie markers. We're going to label, oops, not label the vials. Look, so what is really helpful is everybody interprets what pink is differently. You put the tag inside the fish and you photograph the organs. Now this spleen is actually, it's definitely, like it's not small. Sometimes these things are quite small, maybe the size of the, tip of your finger. And then the edge along here on the spleen actually has a bit of a ridge. And a ridge in a spleen is healthy. When it puffs up, it could be a sign that it's fighting a disease. So these are great to get good pictures of this. Now, if somebody wants to put on a glove and hold this open, I'll take a good shot of that, or that'll be good. I'll take some photographs of the inside.
It's embarrassing for a fellow to put on a glove.
So Sabra's recording the data right now, so we're going to describe the different organs that we see.
Probably Alex can tell, yes, you posted on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the spleen looks crisp edge, looks pretty good. The heart, we can't really tell till we cut into it, but it looks suspiciously soft.
Yeah.
The liver is dark red.
Dark red.
Which is good or bad?
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's normal.
The heart looks suspiciously soft.
Well, let's just wait till we open it up. And then
Kidney.
Are there things that should know?
Harper must protect Canada's democracy.
That's a good one.
Okay, so this is the kidney of the fish. It runs on the inside all the way down the backbone. And it should be dark. It should be firm, like a jello or something. So you just have a look at that. If it's really runny or there's abnormalities in it,
looks good.
then it's good to take a picture of it.
yeah, this one looks really good.
So when you say it looks good, you want me to write that down
Firm
here?
and dark and firm.
Dark
Yeah.
and firm.
Yeah, we haven't seen a kidney that looks like that in all the Atlantic salmon that we've looked at.
Never seen that.
They're always gray and runny.
Yeah. So now that I have all the
Should just clean this
organs,
fish.
yeah.
Yeah, I think Wendy would appreciate that.
Yeah.
So now we have a sample of all the organs here. We're just going to
Except
take
the
gills right here. We got gill, heart, spleen, kidney, and liver. Those are the 5 organs that we like to look at. The 2 that are the most important, if you're just taking the samples off the beach is the heart and the gill. Because testing can run very expensive, sometimes these are the most effective organs to sample.
What did you say about the gill?
So the gill
Gill's
is,
bright pink.
yeah.
Looks really good. Again, we haven't seen gills this healthy in the Atlantics.
So even if the heart is soft inside, it will still have like a coat, like a thicker wall on the outside, which holds it together. So it's good to give it a slice and have a look in the middle.
No, it looks good.
Looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does
Nice
look
and
good.
firm,
Good
eh?
meaning.
It's
Firm.
firm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
So I would eat this fish.
Yay! We got a good fish to eat.
But if you found the same in it,
I would never eat a farm fish.
Oh yeah, you kidding? The little shrug.
So at this point, you're working with a probably like a big board,
Yeah,
and you're obviously using sterile equipment.
yeah.
I haven't done it for years.
All these have been sterile. I'll use a different one for each fish, and then these blades are sterile.
Because it looks healthy, do you want to stick with the heart and the gill then?
All right.
Okay, so we'll do the vials first.
So just bleaching off the board would be sufficient?
Bleaching and drying it off, and then for the subsequent ones, we'll put a piece of paper over top.
Okay.
We brought those really thin paper plates too, so we can put the organs on here. So because this fish is not suspicious at all, it looks healthy, we're just taking the heart and gill. I would describe this liver as being mottled, which means there's two different colors going on with red speckles.
Got to win.
Yeah, and measure it. Now, I think the spleen, I'm looking for that sharp edge on the spleen. Do you want to turn that over and just have a look and try and keep the plate clean? Yeah. So I'm not seeing the ridge. You know, you just want to hold it sideways and see if you can see that ridge going down the edge. It's a little bit puffier there. You know, on the other spleen, we saw that really fine edge.
Yeah.
Right? You can see it, and it's a little bit down there, but this should, from the fish I've looked at and what I've heard, it should be more rigid. So all we can say right now is that could be a little suspicious. You know?
Okay.
So we're going to note that.
Yeah.
Puffy spleen.
Puffy spleen.
Yeah. And then you made the comments mottled and red speckled. Yeah. If you want to test it for ISA and run the gauntlet of tests, you're talking $200 a fish. So, you know,